The research project that you are about to begin is going to require that you use the research databases to locate the necessary information. Some of you used these research databases independently last year, while others of you did not. The purpose of this video is to ensure that you are all familiar and comfortable using the database Research in Context. In order to access the databases, we need to get to the library homepage, and you can do that either with the drop-down menu here, or we can look over on the right and click on the link that says Library Media Center. Once we are on the library homepage, we have another set of menu options, and we are going to click on Research Databases. This is the research database page, and you'll see a variety of databases that you have access to. Ultimately, for this assignment, we are going to be looking at Research in Context, and then in another video, we will be looking at InfoTrack. So we're going to click on the icon for Research in Context to open this database. If you used a database independently last year, I'm pretty sure this was the one. For some of you, this will be review. For others of you, this will be new information. You're going to find that this database is very easy to use and very user-friendly. We're going to start out by typing our search term bullying into the search box and then pressing search. One of the things that I want you to realize about the databases is all of the different types of resources to which they give you access. So if we look at our results page, this is going to be an overview article that we'll look at in a second. But you can see that you have reference articles. So these are from reference books that have been digitized and put online. We have images, we have videos, we have audio files, we have 1,400 magazines, and over 600 newspapers. So a wide variety of resources. And for the most part, these are resource types that you're not going to access or be able to find doing a general internet search. Because these are not freely available. There's a cost to have access to these types of resources. All right, so the first article here is the overview article, and I'm going to recommend that all of you take the time to read through the article overview. It gives you some good statistics, gives you a broad understanding of both bullying and cyberbullying, talks about effects, talks about prevention, and gives you some really important words to know that you're going to frequently see as you continue to research bullying. All right, so I'm going to recommend that you all look at that. To get back to my results, I'm going to click here where it says bullying. And the next place that I'm going to recommend you go is to the reference article. So I'm going to click on reference, and what it's going to bring up on my screen are the 35 entries, the 35 articles that are coming from reference books. All right, I'm going to go ahead and, maybe I want to understand more about the differences between cyberbullying and traditional bullying. So I'm going to click on this link to open it. All right, a few things to know about Research in Context. You're going to see some key terms in blue. They're going to be highlighted. Really nicely organized that can help you with note-taking. All right. And if I scroll back up here to the top, in every article in Research in Context, you're going to see this Tools menu over here on the right. Every article, it looks the same. So you have a couple of options here in terms of citations, all right? We know that for every article from which we take information, we have to also make sure that we have the citation information so we can give credit to the person who wrote that information, whose original thoughts it is. If you go to the bottom of every article, you will see this heading, Source Citation MLA 8. That is what we use. And you can literally copy and paste. You don't need the accessed date. So if I right click and copy, if I've got a notes document that I'm working on, I can copy and paste that right into my notes document. Therefore, I will have that citation for when I go to create my works cited page later on. It is also possible to use the link here, Citation Tools. And again, we can download it as a file, we can select it, and copy and paste. So 2 easy ways to get the citations. Another thing that I want you to know about Research in Context is that it's also possible to download these articles. If I click on the download button and I am logged into my school Google account, which I am already, if you were not logged into your school Google account, it would prompt you to log in at this point. So I'm going to say download to Google Drive. All right, and now it says it's been sent to Google Drive and it will appear shortly. So I guess a question right now to ask all of you is, why might you do that? Why might you want to download this article to Google Drive so that you can use it later? A couple of things that come to mind to me is, one, if you're downloading the article, you don't have to worry at all about losing your sources, right? You're always going to have it. Another advantage is if you're downloading the article, the citation is always going to be connected to that article. Sometimes students get confused which information they took from one article versus another, and that can be problematic when you want to put in your in-text citations. Another thing that you can do with the articles when they're downloaded is annotate them, highlight them, color code different aspects of the article as it helps you to answer the research questions that you have. So there really are a lot of good reasons to download the article. If you download the article, I want you to be able to find that article. So I'm going to go to Drive. I'm going to click on My Drive a minute because I wasn't there. And I am going to look for a folder that says Research in Context. All right, and I lost it. There's the folder. This folder is automatically created in Drive for you the very first time that you save an article to Drive. So if I open this folder, you're going to see that it already has several articles in it because I have done this numerous times. If we look, let's see if we can find, what was our bullying article called? Differences in bullying, cyberbullying. So they should be alphabetical, and right here it is. All right, so now if I wanted to highlight, I could highlight, I could take notes, I could do all of those kinds of things. So all articles in Research in Context, you can do this with. All right, so let's follow our breadcrumbs back. If you wanted to look at the other reference articles, I could click here and it would take me back to those. All right, if I want to go back to my full results page, I can click on bullying. But the other thing I can do is come over here where it says everything, and I can decide, okay, I found everything I want out of reference articles. Let's take a look at some magazines. If I click on magazines, right, there are 2 ways that your results can be sorted in magazines. Right here is where you can sort. Right now it is sorting them from newest to oldest. All right, but I also can sort based on relevance. All right, relevance means that this is Research in Context, best guess of what kind of information I'm looking for. All right, sometimes relevance is right on and sometimes it's not really what you're looking for. So it depends on whether currency of information is vitally important to you, which if you were looking for statistics about bullying, statistics about bullying and its connection to a rising suicide rate, statistics would be really important. If you're looking for general information about bullying, what is cyberbullying, then having the newest articles won't be as important as it would be in another. So again, you're going to see that these articles look exactly the same as the reference articles. All right, it's just that we're looking at magazines now. We have the same tools over here, so I can grab my citation here. I can download the article, and I could come down here and copy and paste the article as well. One last thing to point out about research and context is that it also is possible to listen to the article. So if you're someone who is going to retain more, understand the article better, if you're listening to it while you're following along, you would click on the listen button right here and be able to listen. All right, so research and context. Here's our landing page. I clicked on bullying, and I worked my way there, first looking at the overview article, reference, moving on to magazines. Hope this has helped you understand how research and context works.